Hello friends, today we are going to see the subject of jurisprudence. This is my favorite subject. This subject is also called as father of all subjects of law. So let's start. In this video we are going to see the introduction of jurisprudence. This video presentation will help the audience and readers to understand the matter with a clear concepts and examples. Here we are going to see the introduction, meaning, significance, utility, scope, and relations of jurisprudence with other social sciences. The question always comes that why is it necessary to study the jurisprudence? The reasons to study jurisprudence are as follows. Study of jurisprudence helps to answer certain basic questions pertaining to law, such as from where and how the laws of our present system has been came about. This is known as a historical development of law. And the second question is how our system of law or laws evolves, works and develops. This question is relating to the present and future development of law. Therefore, the study of jurisprudence is necessary. Now let us understand the meaning and concept and definitions of jurisprudence. These concepts are very much essential to study the law from its very basic point. Now we'll see the meaning of jurisprudence. Basically, jurisprudence is the study or a philosophy of law. It is also known as a knowledge or a skill of law. Jurisprudence is also known as the science or philosophy of law. Etymologically speaking, the English word jurisprudence is derived from the Latin word jurisprudentia, which is a combination of two words, juris, which means law, and prudentia, which means skill or knowledge. In all, the word jurisprudence signifies the meaning that a knowledge of law or a skill of law. Now we'll see definitions. Definitions is to define or to give definite meaning to the word. However, there is no one specific definition of jurisprudence, but various jurists have defined the term jurisprudence as per their perspective and experiences. Romans like to call it the observation of all things human combined with the knowledge of the just and unjust, which is derived from the inner aspect of every human being, which is also known as a ecclesiastical jurisdiction. We'll see some of the definitions of jurisprudence given by renowned jurists. First among is Austin. Austin is a renowned jurist who have defined the jurisprudence as the philosophy of positive law, whereas according to Holland, jurisprudence is the formal science of positive law. Whereas Salmond says jurisprudence is the science of the first principles of civil law. Friends, these each and every word which is constructed by Salmond, Austin or Holland has a different connotations. But here we cannot explain all the definitions due to laxity of time. According to Keaton, the study and systematic arrangement of general principles of law means a jurisprudence. We'll see some of the more definitions. Dr. C.K. Allen says that jurisprudence is the scientific synthesis of all essential principles of law. All essential principles, for example, rule of law, equity, freedom, rights and whatnot. Experience shows that the law encompasses different fields of human being. My favorite jurist, Julius Stone, have also defined the term jurisprudence. According to Julius Stone, jurisprudence is the lawyer's extraversion. It is the lawyer's examination of the precepts, ideals, and techniques of the law in the light derived from present knowledge in disciplines other than the law. Really, this is a very wonderful definition. Jurisprudence is the lawyer's examination. It does not mean a lawyer means a person who has a degree of law, but every person who has a sense of law, who knows about the law, is a lawyer and is also a jurist. And jurisprudence helps him to use the law, to use the precepts, ideals, and techniques to develop the other branches of law, such as sociology, psychology, etc. We'll see some of the definitions. Ulpian, a Roman jurist, have also defined the jurisprudence is the knowledge of things, divine and human. It is the science of just and unjust. Further, Dr. M.J. Setna has defined the term jurisprudence. According to him, jurisprudence is a study of fundamental legal principles, including their philosophical, historical, and sociological basis and analysis of legal concepts. Here, in a simple term, Dr. Setna has defined the job of jurisprudence as such. Now we know that a jurisprudence is a study of law or it is a skill of law. Now the question comes, jurisprudence is related to the law. It is the philosophy of law, it is the study of law, it is the skill of law. But why we need the law? What is the utility to have the law? Is the major question. Now why the law is needed? The answer is given. Law is needed to maintain peace and order in the society. Without law, we cannot maintain peace and order, or we can say harmony in the society, which is utmost importance to live the life in a peaceful manner. A famous jurist, Immanuel Kant, in his Civilization and Enlightenment in 1784, has made a statement that why law is necessary. Kant says that man, being a selfish by nature, wishes to have a law to limit the freedom of all. Why the law is necessary? To limit the freedom, because every person is a selfish, and to satisfy his selfishness he can abuse the freedoms of others, and therefore the law is necessary. According to him, man is an animal which requires a master. Though the man is a reasonable being, man is a reasonable animal, but still, if it lives among others of its kind, then it requires a master, and the master is in the form of law. This is very important to note. Now the next question arose, what is a law? We come to know that jurisprudence is a study of law. What is the need of law? To maintain peace and order in the society, or to control the regular behavior of an individual. Now the next question arose, then what is a law? What is meant by law? So let's see, what is a law? Law is a commonly understood as a system of rules. Law is a system of rules that are created and enforced through social or governmental institutions to regulate the conduct of human being, of course. As well as we can say law is a rule of conduct which has been developed by the government or society over certain territory. Article 13 subclause 3 of the Constitution of India also provides the definition of law, which says that the law includes any ordinance, order, bylaw, rule, regulation, notification, custom or usages having in the territory of India the force of law. Here the Constitution is of the opinion that the law is made by the Parliament or judicial law as such. Now we'll see why the jurisprudence is necessary? What is the significance of study of jurisprudence? Study of jurisprudence helps to understand the development and evolution of law itself. Jurisprudence helps to study the development and evolution of law, that why the law has been developed, how it has been developed, and why it has been developed. These questions have been satisfied the study of jurisprudence. It also helps to understand the contributions to the fields of other social sciences like a political and social field. It also simplifies the concepts and complexities of the legal world, which makes it is easier to understand. As we know that the jurisprudence can simplify the concepts and complexities so that it will be helpful to interpret and to make it easier to understand to the people of ordinary parlance or the people who has a common sense as such. Jurisprudence is also necessary to improve the understanding of the fundamentals of the law. Fundamentals of law means what is there beneath the law, on what basis the law has been based. There are many more aspects of jurisprudence which highlights its significance in legal arena. Now, always question asked that jurisprudence is not a codified law, it is just a philosophy. Then what is the utility of jurisprudence? Is it really useful? So let's discuss the utility of jurisprudence. As we know, jurisprudence is an important subject in law. It helps lawyers and judges who are the main players in the administration of justice system. It helps them to understand the basic ideas and reasoning behind the written law, that is a codified law or an enacted law. Lawyers and judges are interpreter of the law which has been made or enacted by the parliament. Most importantly, jurisprudence helps lawyers and judges to correctly interpret certain laws that requires apt interpretation. Interpretation is a process, and for that process the knowledge of jurisprudence is inevitable. Jurisprudence is also necessary for the academician and researchers so that the academicians and researchers can contribute towards the betterment of society. It trains the mind of jurists to find and alternate routes and channels of thought in case of difficulty. Whenever there is a difficulty, whenever it seems that the law is falling short, at that time it is necessary to develop another law, and for developing another law it is necessary to have knowledge of law. Now we will see what is the scope or ambit of jurisprudence. Scope means the area or coverage of subject. Here it will be apt to see the scope of jurisprudence. The study of jurisprudence includes all concepts of human order and human conduct in state and society. According to Justice Mukherjee, jurisprudence covers the study of man in relation to the state and society in the context of political, social, and cultural ideas. Further, while speaking on the scope of jurisprudence, we can say that the study of jurisprudence is not only limited to the study of law, but it covers every aspect of human life. Hence, scope of jurisprudence cannot be confined or specified within a prescribed time, within a prescribed framework. We can say that life cannot be without law, and so is the scope of jurisprudence. Every aspect of law, every aspect of human life is related with the law as such. Further, it is necessary to understand that the study of law is not limited to particular aspect of human life, but it encompasses different fields of social sciences. And therefore, jurisprudence has to be studied in relation to other social sciences like sociology, psychology, ethics, history, politics, economics, and so on. Law is an important social phenomenon. It is logical that these social sciences should be interlinked with each other, as these social sciences could not be studied in isolation. Therefore, the relation of jurisprudence with other social sciences has to be studied by a student of law. I hope you like the video. Please like, subscribe and share it. For more videos, we are going to see on the various schools of jurisprudence, the aspects of law, relation of jurisprudence with other social sciences. So kindly subscribe it. Thank you.